praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, and double honors to apostles and elders of GMS that taught us His word. Basically, I just want to do a video on having a serious mindset in this truth, because we have to measure the time that we're living in. It's not a time to be, always joking around, and having that worldly mindset, feasting and, giving into marriage. You got certain camps out there that, they teach that. Prospering in America, trying to build up institutions for Israelites here in America, wearing marvelous garments and all that, trying to establish the kingdom. Right here in America, America's going to be destroyed. Jake is heading for, a time of trouble that has never been seen on the planet Earth. So you got to be serious when you come to this thing. It's not all about joking around and playing around and, partying. Yeah, you're gonna, party a little bit here and there. You work all week and you want to go to a bar, hang out with your woman, hang out with brothers or whatever. Yeah, but the majority of this time that you're in this truth, man, you should have an austere type attitude, a serious-minded attitude. That's what Yahushua had, because he knew his mission. He knew what he was about to come into, so he wasn't in that party spirit, trying to make it in the world type of spirit. The first scripture is Isaiah 53:3. He is despised of men. He is despised and rejected of men. Yeah, the scripture said, if the world hate you, know that they hated me first. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid as if it were our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. He was acquainted with grief and sorrows, because the position that his people were in, his people Israel, and he knew what he had to do. He had to go up on that cross, man. And what he drank of, we shall surely drink of it as well. The persecution. Some of us are going to be put to death. So it's not a time to be all merry and giggling around and all that. Yeah, this is what he went through. This is Psalms 22:14. So Yahushua was prophesied in the Old Testament as well. So the book of Psalms 22:14, I am poured out like water, and all my bones are out of joint. My heart is like wax, it is melted in the midst of my bowels. My strength is dried up like a potsherd, and my tongue cleaveth to my jaws. And thou hast brought me unto the dust of death. For dogs have compassed about me, and the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. Yeah, it said dogs have compassed around me. There's some Roman soldiers walking around him, the ones that pierced him. He's calling them dogs. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They have pierced my hands and my feet. So yeah, this is written in the book of Psalms, the Old Testament, prophesying Yahushua's death and going up on that cross. So that's why he was acquainted with grief and sorrows. He had to take on the sins of his nation, of his people Israel. So he had a very serious mindset. When he walked the planet Earth as Yahushua, he had a mission to do, and he did it. And and likewise, we're going to have to go through that similar thing. We're going to be tried in this thing in the time of Jacob's trouble. This is book of Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Yeah, it says there shall be a time of trouble, martial law, concentration camps. The scriptures speak about, these soldiers being like madmen, sparing none, busting up into your house. The enemy shall come in like a flood. That movie, The First Purge, that came out a few months ago, that was a perfect illustration, perfect visual representation of that scripture, man. Coming in like a flood, So, being that that's prophesied of what we're going to have to deal with, because the scripture says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, the elect. So that's talking about this time now. And everyone that shall be found written in the book, the elect, 144,000 and the 1/3. They're the ones that are going to be delivered out of that. So that's the time when you're supposed to take on that party spirit, when you get delivered, because we don't know if we're going to be delivered or not. It's going to speak about martyrs, and you're not even sure if we're part of the elect. So it's a very serious time that we're in right now. Precept to that is at Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So you gotta have that faith that you're gonna be saved, but you gotta endure to the end in this knowledge, in this truth, through the Spirit. So this is not some laughing matter that we should just take lightly. It's not some little fraternity that you get involved in. This is life and death. That chip. That chip is coming. You're not going to be able to buy anything or sell anything if you don't take that chip. So you got to have that faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to get you through that, all the way up into the end. The last scripture is a fool. This is Sirach in the Apocrypha. Sirach 20, chapter 21, verse 20. A fool lifted up his voice with laughter, but a wise man doth scarce smile a little. Yeah, a man with much wisdom, you're not going to see him smiling a whole lot. Yeah, he that increase in knowledge increase in sorrow. But a wise man doth scarce smile a little. That means to balance this thing. You're not going to be down and out, all the time. You don't need to be depressed or anything like that, but you got to have a serious mindset about you in this truth. You're supposed to have that high self-esteem. You know that we're Israelites. You go to the scriptures for comfort, so you can be comforted, but you got to be serious-minded. With that, shalom.